sit in the lab and show me something. Keep it soft and tell nobody in your city. Smoke exotics. Spin it slow, yeah. And you know what I want, yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. Yunnierose back. Tell a friend. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Alright, so hey y'all. So I haven't really did like a sit down. Hold on, it's a little hot. I haven't did like a sit down like little get ready with me. So today we're going to do my hair. I'm gonna just do this cute little like 90s slick back like updo style. That's kind of, it's really simple. A lot of you guys have been asking me to like start doing makeup tutorials again, and I'm gonna see if y'all really want it. So I'm gonna start easing little makeup tutorials onto my channel. So today we're just gonna do a little transformation. Ooh, y'all, I slept with the window on last night, and not the window on. I slept with the window open last night, and my throat, I woke up with my throat being so dry. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So like I said, it's just blow dried. I do have an electrical hot comb, and I have my little flat irons, and I'm gonna show you all the products. But before we get started, I'm going to spray a little bit of some more heat protectant on, because I'm gonna put some more heat on my hair. And this is the product that we're going to be using. This is Remy Heat Protecting Spray. It's also a leave-in conditioner and detangler. So it's non-sticky, non-greasy, and it just gives you a very silky texture. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of this in my hair. Really get it on my edges, cause baby, a little bit in the back. Really work that product and like just really smooth it into my hair. All right, so I'm just brush my hair. Whew. And I already got it like pretty straight with the flat iron, so I mean with the blow dryer. So first I'm gonna just lightly go in. So I'm gonna start in the back and just do my root, like bump my roots a little bit with the flat iron, just to make sure that it's like as flat as I can get it. But I don't care about it being too flat, because it's not going to be like a super slick back look. So I'm just going to take my flat iron and just hit my roots and just go all the way down. And just keep going all the way through, just lightly.
I'll see you later.
All right, love you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Love you.
Y'all, are y'all over wigs? Because like I'm over wigs. Like for like 4 years straight, I was just like, I feel like I was just wearing way more wigs and doing way more wigs than the average person. And since I was doing my own wigs, like I only had my hair a wig installed on me like one time. So yeah, y'all, when I had those blonde braids, my hair grew so fast and so much. Like I was like, ooh, I really want some braids. But when I go back home, I'm definitely gonna get me some, because braid me, please. Ooh, this is why I don't do my natural hair that much, because baby, my arms already getting tired. Tired, boss. Ooh, bitch, these edges ain't got shit on me. Ooh, y'all, these edges ain't got shit on me. All right, let me get a little closer so I can see. I'm all scared. Ooh, this little thing get hot, y'all. Ooh, this the slit down for me. I'm gonna have to part like the two little strands that I'm gonna have to have out, I'm gonna have to part that and then make sure I flat iron. Well, make sure I kind of press out the like what's gonna be behind it, if that makes sense. Y'all will see what I mean in a second. Hold on, let me do the back a little bit. I'm scared to do the back because I can't fucking see. To have, first off, I need to part it in the middle. Let's see if this the middle. Ooh. Breaking my heart. Okay. Once upon a time, and I heard that dumb ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck with me. Okay, and then we're going to just kind of like part it down like a triangle, like this. So this is what I mean. I was gonna have to flat iron after I, well, not flat iron, but hit with my little thing. I think that's even. Okay. Shoot, it look even to me. What about y'all? It's giving even to me. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go behind it and press it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and twist these out of the way so we can just go ahead and do the ponytail. I thought I was gonna have to use weave with this, but I guess not. The good Lord has blessed the girl with a little length. I'm going to do Gots to Be spray. And then I'll do like a little edge control, but mainly like Got to Be spray. And then we're going to go in with this, which is the Gots to Be spray. Spray. Then we're going to comb it, and then we're going to blow dry it. Actually, I should have started. Let me start with the back. Foam it, get it all in there, get it flat. All right, so we pretty much got it how we want it. Now I'm finna like really tighten it. Tight. Now it's all slicked and molded. Try to get it as tight as possible. Well, I mean, don't be out here giving yourself a headache and falling out and blaming it on Yunnierose, because nobody told you to put it that damn tight, sis. This part right here, this fluffy part, it's gonna be like once I kind of like wrap it around, it'll be like that kind of. And the product that I'm going to be using for my edges is this edge styling wax from African Pride. So it looks like this. I love this stuff. Like, it gives you good shine and it just holds and it looks amazing. Like, I love it. On our edges, y'all know I live for some edges. All right, so now take the brush. I don't want nothing too crazy like I normally do. We're gonna like go in and section this into two just so I can really get close to it and get it flat. And we're going to bump it at the end. So I'm gonna like kind of curve it and bump it at the end. And then do the same thing with this piece. Ooh. Bump it at the end. And then just whoop. Boom. Boom. Get it to it. And then do the thing. Make sure you're bumping that in. Pull it down, kind of mold the end together, spread. Dap Jenga shit on here. Alrighty, y'all, so this is pretty much what I came up with. I'm about to flat iron it a little more, like flat iron this some more, so it's not like, I just want it to be a little more spikier. So I'm just gonna really, and all I did was kind of twist it and then bobby pin it. That's literally all I did. But because you want it to be like kind of messy. Yeah, so just kind of play with it, kind of fill it out, and boom. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the makeup.
Alrighty, y'all, so I'm having to film a voiceover for this part of the video. I hope you guys don't mind. I didn't realize my mic was off, but I'm going to show you how to get this clean girl minimum makeup look. It's super easy and super simple, so keep on watching. Right now, I'm just prepping the skin with a little bit of primer. I'm using the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This primer is perfect for a simple look because it's going to pretty much just allow a little bit of shine to come through the entire makeup look once you're done, and it's just going to allow your skin to look like skin. When it comes to color correcting, I don't like to use an orange corrector unless I'm like doing flash photography or something like that. For an everyday like soft look like this, it's best to just go in with the concealer that is your skin tone, but that is, I mean, your skin shade, but that is a warmer undertone. A warmer undertone is going to basically neutralize your hyperpigmentation, hence an orange corrector. But once you use a concealer that's closer to your skin tone, it's going to be better and it's going to allow you to use less product. And especially when you're going with a look like this, you want to use less product and thin layers. For foundation, I'm going in with the Rare Beauty foundation. This foundation is perfect for a look like this because it's very thin and kind of watery. It kind of sets on its own, so you don't really have to powder it, which is perfect for a minimum look because you don't want to use a lot of powder with a minimum look because that is what gives off the appearance of like cakey makeup, and you want to keep it very soft, glam, but like very natural, if that makes sense. So I am just using this foundation and just really pressing it in, and as you can see, like while I'm just working it into the skin, it's a very, very natural foundation. Is a perfect everyday foundation, but just take your time and really work it in because like I said, it does set itself. So you want to make sure that you're, you know, working that product into your skin. When it comes to contour, as you can see, I was saying I like to put my contour really high. So I go from the top of my ear kind of down towards the corners of my mouth. I've been doing this ever since I've been doing makeup for like 10 years almost now. So yeah, this is just the placement that I like. And make sure you are using a cool tone contour stick or foundation stick, whatever you prefer when it comes to minimum makeup. If you like a more like warmer undertone, that's cool, but that is more, in my preference, that's more for like a soft glam. So once you go to blend out this product, make sure you are stamping it and like really pressing it in the skin. Don't like swirl your brush or like try to blend too much. Just take your time and really press that product into your skin. When it comes to creams, creams are going to give you the most natural appearance in my opinion. So you want to make sure that you're allowing the cream to do what it needs to do and just press it in and not move it all around, because if you move the cream all around too much, it's going to give you this like muddy appearance. It's going to look like kind of just, it's not going to be blended well, if that makes sense. So make sure you take your time. And as you can see, the placement that I use just really gives me that lifted look. So you can see from the right side of my face versus the left side of my face. So as you can see right now, I'm literally using tapping motions, like little like I'm just like barely tapping and pressing it into the skin and just really working that product out. When it comes to creams, you really want to take your time with blending them out because you want to blow them out. It's already a thicker consistency. It's already a thicker product. So you really want to take your time with blending it out and blowing it out, because that way you will get the most natural application. And it may look a little harsh now, but once you like blend it in and just really allow that product to seep into your skin, it's going to look so much better. So I'm just blending this out and preparing for our concealer. So for the concealer, I am using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, which is one of my favorite concealers. This is a good everyday concealer. It's a good concealer to use for more of your natural, like clean minimum looks, because it's creamy and it's radiant. So it's going to give you that flawless finish, and it's also going to give you a little moisture, and it also has a little shine to it, which is perfect for natural looks, because more natural looks are a little more glowy. You can set them down and put it, like make it matte in some areas, but other than that, a natural look, you want it to look like skin, and this is the perfect concealer for that. So right now I'm just applying this in the places that I want to highlight. So I like to add highlight on the bottom of my chin just to elongate my chin, but I also don't like to add a lot of highlight on my face because I just want to balance my face out. What I like to do is just really play up on my own features. When it comes to highlight and contour, I don't like to change my face shape or anything like that. I just like to enhance my natural face shape and bone structure. So I've always been doing this trick to where I like to place most of the concealer like really close to my nose and like just really in the center of my face, because it kind of gives you that little heart in the center of your face. I've been doing this technique since I've been doing makeup since I was in high school. So I've been doing this for like 10 years. I do it on when I do my mom's and my sister makeup. I always do this technique. So it works, and it just makes your face look a little more slimmer, a little more snatched, and it just looks very natural in my opinion. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out, and I like to blend out all of the areas of my face, like around my lip, around my chin, my nose, and my forehead before I go to under eye. I'm not one to like, I'm not really big on like letting your concealer sit, because I feel like I personally like the glowiness and the shininess and the radiance of like really creamy concealers. I don't like them to like really get matte or dry down too much, because I feel like I lose that radiance that I like, especially with a creamy concealer like this. If it was something like a pot concealer, then I understand, but I feel like if you want something that's a little thicker or a little more matte, just use a pot concealer, if that makes sense. I've never had a problem with creasing with this concealer, and I love it. Like, it's one of my faves, and it does what it needs to do. So as you can see, I'm really bringing this concealer really close to the sides of my nose. This is how you get a natural contour nose without like overly contouring your nose. So as you can see right now, it's already building that natural contour on my nose. And to me, I feel like this is the best way to have a soft contour nose without it looking like too dramatic. So once you kind of blend in the inner areas of your highlight, you want to take the butt of the beauty blender and really blend out the edges. You want to take the butt, because the butt doesn't have any product on it, and it's just going to allow you to merge the contour and the highlight all together without it being really muddy. So for powder, I like to mix my Fenty banana powder and my Laura Mercier honey powder together. To me, they work wonders. I love Laura Mercier and I love the Fenty, but the Fenty is a little too dry for me, so I like to mix the two. So what I like to do is get the powder on the beauty blender, but put it on the back of my hand, just so I have a very light layer, a very thin layer on the beauty blender, and then I just take my time and press it under my eye. And then just press it around like the areas in which I highlighted. But then what I like to do is, once I kind of do that thin layer, I go back in with a little more powder, just more so on the sides of my nose and in the inner corner under my eye. And you will kind of see where I place that. So as you can see, I'm just really working that powder in. You want to take your time and really like press. Like when I say press that beauty blender into your skin so it really sets your makeup and it looks flawless. You don't want powder sitting on top of your skin because that defeats the purpose of like trying to make it as natural as possible. I like to go in with the Micro Smooth powder with a dual fiber brush. Make sure you're doing this with a dual fiber brush. Do not do this with like a completely natural hair brush or a completely synthetic brush, because it's not going to give you that flawless look. Like, trust me, I've been doing this for years. Trust me when I say I'm trying to help you out, sis. You want to lightly tap on all the areas that you did not contour and that you did not highlight, but then a little bit over those areas just to merge all the colors together. This is going to give you the most flawless application. For contour, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade 3. And what I'm saying right here is I like to use a dome brush because I don't go in and set all of the cream areas in which I use for the cream bronzer, because to me, that just defeats the purpose of the cream being a cream and being more natural and radiant on the skin. So what I like to do with the bronzer is I just only set in the most hollow areas of my face. So I go really, really close to my hairline and I go right in the hollow of my cheekbones. And I only swirl my brush in that pan of the bronzer one time, because if you just go in and go swipe in and putting and adding all that bronzer on your on that cream contour, it's just gonna look muddy. It's gonna look like it's contour there. It's gonna look like it's bronzer there. And the whole purpose of like a very clean minimum makeup look is to make it look like skin as much as possible. So this just mimics the natural different shades of the face. You got that hollowness that kind of just contours your face, but you have that creaminess of the cream contour to really blow it out and make you look more sun-kissed. I hope that makes sense. But follow me on TikTok, because I was able to like do the voiceover on TikTok. So if you want these little tips and want to watch it as I was saying it, go watch the videos on TikTok that I did on this look. So right now I was just basically explaining how you want that blown out look and you want it to be very like blended, and you don't want any harsh lines because you want it to just be very faded. With cream blush, I'm using this cream blush from Kylie. It's in the shade Runaway, I believe. It's a pink blush. I like to put this over powder because of my skin tone. If I was lighter, then I would have put it under powder. But whenever you do a cream blush and you put powder over it, it's going to dull down the color a little bit. And since this is already a light pink, I just put it on top of my powder just to really get the color of it. Pink blushes. Ladies, for my black women out there, women of color, brown girls, do not be afraid of pink blush. Pink blush looks beautiful on brown skin tone or dark skin tone. It just looks very youthful. It looks very feminine. It just looks very fresh. So one of my favorite blushes is from Pat McGrath. It's called Divine Rose. It's a cool tone pink. So it just looks really, really beautiful on brown skin tones. So right now what I'm explaining is when it comes to my blush placement, I like to do a C. I've been doing this for years. I like to put my blush really, really high, and I like to build up most of the pigment around my eye. I know that probably sounds crazy, but it just allows my face to look very slim, very youthful, very fresh. And what I do is just really build that color up around my temples and like my upper cheek area. And then whatever is left over on the brush, I kind of just work that on the apples of my cheeks and under my eye. This just gives you such a beautiful, youthful look. And you will see at the end of the video, in the sunlight, oh, this looks amazing. This technique is golden, y'all. If I ain't never taught y'all nothing, that's it right there. So for brows, I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 5. So whenever I'm doing like a minimum look, I do my brows differently. So right now I am just outlining the bottom of my brow. So whenever I'm doing like a clean minimum brow look, I like a more fluffy, kind of not too filled in, a little lighter brow. So I draw a line at the bottom, I draw a line at the top, and I barely fill it in, and I use more of the spoolie to allow me to distribute the product. Whenever I'm doing like a soft glam or a full glam makeup look, I will fill in the tail of the brow. Like I will make it as dark as possible and then fade out the front to really have that like ombre look. But for something a little more natural, I wanted to look a little more like sparse, a little fluffy, just a little bit, not so overdone. So I just fill it in and just really use a spoolie or a brush. And then for the front, I still use a lighter brown. So for the front of my brow, I did go in with the Fenty dark brown pencil. So right now I'm just cleaning up the brow a little bit. If you ever watch any of my tutorials, you know I only like to clean up the arch of the brow. I do not like to take the concealer all the way under the brow because I feel like that it just defeats the purpose of a natural look. And right now I'm just using that concealer to just mute out my brows, and I'm going to set it a little bit. Whenever I'm doing like a full glam or a soft glam look, I do not set my lids, because I want that stickiness from the concealer to pick up on whatever eyeshadow look I'm doing. But for a more natural look, you want to set your lids so you can just really blow out that color. And right now I'm just going in with my bronzer. So this is a very simple eye look to do if you're a beginner. Really work your bronzer into the crease of your eye and in the front of your brow. Like really take your time and really blow out that color. This is going to also help shape your nose contour, and it's just going to give a little more, it's going to like blow out your eyebrows a little more, and it's just going to look a very just soft, pretty, and feminine, so, without looking like too dramatic, if that makes sense. So just really blow your bronzer in there. And then what you want to do is take your blush shade and you want to put this blush shade on your lid. Don't put a lot, like put enough to where like you could see it, and then just really work that blush shade into the crease with that bronzer. What this is going to do is just tie in all the colors on your face from your bronzer and your blush, and it's just going to look very, very natural. Right now, I'm just adding a little bit of mascara. I've been loving this mascara. It's the Milk mascara. It's actually really, really good. I haven't like fell in love with a mascara since Too Faced Better Than Sex. That's like my go-to mascara. But this one is really bomb. The wand is amazing and I love it. For setting spray, I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. This is my favorite setting spray right now. Like, I love this stuff. It really sets your makeup and it just makes your makeup really, really flawless. So quick tip. I shared this tip on my TikTok, but now I'm sharing it with you guys. I have not used highlighter and I don't know how long. I use this glossy skin balm. I put a little bit on the back of my beauty blender, dab it on my like hand or arm, and then I just press it into the skin. So as you can see, it just gives you this glossy skin, like glass skin look. And it almost adds a little grease. I'm not gonna lie, like it is a balm, like a greasy balm, but it gives you that natural highlight from within and not like a glittery makeup look. Like it just looks so natural. And it just looks so pretty. It just looks like you have glowy skin. And it kind of just brings out that illuminating primer that I was speaking about when we first started. So for lips, you want to keep it very neutral for a look like this. You can just do lip liner and gloss. So that's what I'm doing with a little bit of color. So I'm lining my lips with MAC Chestnut Lip Liner, which is perfect for my brown girls. And I'm adding a little bit of Starfish liquid lip from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a very like muted nude. As you can see, it's kind of close to my skin tone. So that just helped me mute it out my lips. And then for gloss, I went in with the Glitz lip gloss from Dior, which is one of my favorite like mauve-y neutral lip glosses. Is so pretty. So here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
Alrighty, Rosette, so here's the finished look. I wanted to show you guys how it looked in the sunlight because, you know, with my studio lights and my camera, it could look a little different, but in the natural sunlight, it's so glowy, so soft, so pretty, so clean. And I hope you guys enjoyed this look. So if you did enjoy this look, please go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you want to see more tutorials, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sorry that this couldn't be like a talk through video. As you can see, I was talking through it, but the camera lens like does that little clicking noise. So I had to go back and do a voiceover. So I hope you guys do not mind. I will get it right next time. I'm still trying to get used to like filming again. So please excuse my little mistakes. But yeah, I will see you in my next one. Do not forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, I will see you guys on Friday. Love you.